Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jay from the King's Coins, and your king of kings, the king of coins. And shout out to Kittle Coins, by the way. We're gonna trump you in the stats pretty soon, my brother. Okay, so check it out. This is Leonardo Tiepolo, and this is Saint Mark on the right. This is a Italian Venice Grosso, and these were traded. That's Christ on the front. These were traded from about 1200 BC, AD. I'm sorry, to about 1450, 1400, 1450 AD. Okay, they all feature a Doge and then Christ on the front. So in this one, in this example, Christ is on the front, and then Doge Antonio Veneer is on the reverse. I don't know why. They should have put him on the front, but they didn't treat it like we do with US presidents, I guess. And then you have St. Mark on the right. So beautiful coin, by the way. I just want to show it to you. And this is silver, nearly pure silver. Very thin, wafer thin. Let's get to the knockoffs in a second. Here you have, looks like Pietro Grandigo on the left, and St. Mark on the right, and Christ will be on the front of that. And this one's Jacobi Cantorini and Christ on the right. I'm sorry, St. Mark on the right, Christ on the front, and Cantorini is on the left. Two Cantorinis. I have another Cantorini somewhere. Oh, here. This Cantorini is like AUVF, I call it. I'm sorry. It has the luster of an AU coin, but it has the damn near hard to see definition of a VF if you're lucky. Maybe even a good in some ways. But it has some marks, some parts to it that are just so special. Like if you look at Contorini on the left, you could really see him and he shines like a mint-state luster. But it's totally an AU look, just with some VF surfaces, if you know what I mean. This is where, I believe it was Bulgaria, they try to rip off or knock off the Venice Grosso, and they did such a horrible job. That's supposed to be the saint on the right and the Doge on the left, and of course it'll be their interpretation with their religious figures, and that should be Christ holding his hands up on the front. Byzantines as well. Now the Byzantines were Italian. They were also Greeks. They were kind of a hodgepodge of people, and they were the last remnant of the Eastern Roman Empire. So they kind of had more right to copy, but they definitely did take the Venetian Grosso and had their liberties with it. To the left, you have their religious figure. To the right, I don't know, that wouldn't be St. Mark. And then on the front, the obverse, it's going to be Jesus, Jesus Christ. Okay? And then if you ever want to be a little bit creative, I like to sometimes mix in the Electrum Byzantine coin here. And you can see also, this coin is very similar, right? In the Venice Grosso years, or the Grosso coinage, you have the Doge on the left and the St. Mark on the right. In this instance, though, with this particular Byzantine coin, that will not be the same. These are going to be other figures, religious figures. But look how beautiful that is. That's Electrum. That's gold and silver alloy. It's a mix. That's such a rare coin. I don't care what anybody says. Market is hot or not. That's a rare coin, guys. Okay, so I kind of showed you a little bit of everything. This is one more Antony Veneer. His mouth is open. You weak, feeble human. I am Gandalf. Look, he looks like he's blowing the wind to knock all the villages down. Fall at my mercy. See the mouth? So, yeah, that's Antonio Veneer. I'm not a huge fan. I have one or two of these, and they're not totally rare. They come up on auction a lot. The reverse on this one's a little crude, but it's a VF, you know, VFXF in some ways. Beautiful coin. Beautiful medieval piece. But it's just common, you know. The ones that I get excited about are the Doges, like Francesco Dandolo, Andrea Dandolo, Giovanni Dandolo, Zeno, Michael Steno. You know, there's some really nice ones out there that I'm still hunting for. And they're mules, too. They have mules as well. For instance, like they have mules. So basically, they could have one that has like a misprint of the wrong letter, or the letter's crossing, or the letter's far apart, the letter never made it, or it'd just be a variation of a letter, you know. But I don't have one of those, but they're expensive, very expensive. But yeah, guys, this is the Italian Grosso, very commonly traded in the Mediterranean during the 1200s to the mid to late 1400s, I suppose, and they were the go-to currency for traders and so forth.